Good morning, knife people. I don't know what's wrong with me. How's everybody doing? It's morning. My pants are riding up. I'm in my seat. Okay. Um, I'm already feeling. I'm feeling. I got some updated tracking info. I'll have to wait until people get in here, I guess. But Monday delivery. Woo! Trish, what is up? Okay, chat filter, all messages. Trish, which ABW Slippy did you originally get? Did you get the first one or the second one? There he is. Morning, Dom. I kind of just want to be on my computer. Maybe I could. Maybe I should. Maybe I would. How is everyone on a lovely Saturday? I've been up for a little more than an hour and a half. Just woke up. I stayed up late last night. It was one of those nights I was doing stuff. Then I was messing around on DaVinci, like editing stuff. And sometimes you ever notice like you're doing a task or something and literally you go through like a time warp and like 2 or 3 hours rip by, just like you're like, wait, it was just 9:30. How is it after midnight? And that happened to me. But it's fine, you know, I was trying to get stuff done, but like I don't know DaVinci very well or hardly at all. And so there's a big learning curve on that one particularly. And sometimes some of the things are actually, they're easy to do, but if you don't know how to do it, it's ridiculous. What's up, brand new American? Clint, how are we this morning? Just trying to figure out how to adjust the sound. Like I had one clip, but I wanted it to get a little more quiet from here to here. And it was like just struggling to figure it out. Ultimately, I turned it into 3 clips. Bing, bing, bing. Take the middle clip, and then it's like, okay, now I could edit just that middle clip where I want the volume to be lower. Just posted a pic in Discord. All right, I'll bring that up. And it's easier to edit one little clip, the whole clip, rather than just partial sections. Well, again, once I learn, I'm sure I'll be able to figure out either way. But then it was all these things trying to find out how to change the sound on that one clip when you can just grab the literal clip itself and drag down and it changes the decibel volume. It was like, okay, well, that was super easy, but you would never think to try it that way. So it's kind of one of those learning curves. So I spent like 3 hours editing, didn't get anything really actually edited, just kind of learned some tricks, tips. I don't know. But I got a tracking info from the AB Dubs. And fortunately for me, looks like shipped out of Wisconsin. And I should be getting it on Monday. Fingers crossed. I mean, long time in the making. Patience. They ran out. I made a post sharing that I'm surprised they actually lasted as long as they did. What's up, Ground Fog? ABW slip joints, they did a drop, and it actually lasted long enough for me to see it. The last couple that there was one that I didn't even go try to get because you know how like budgets and timing, it was like, all right, I'm not buying a knife tomorrow, so I didn't. But a couple of the drops I missed where I knew like, okay, it's tomorrow, but then I forgot to set like an alarm, and then I checked in the afternoon. It's like they were all gone already. Did we get snow? Did we get any last night? No. We did get some. Um, last couple days a little bit, but not really. There is snow on the ground. It's cold. It got really warm. We had like a couple days like 50, and it kind of melted a bunch of stuff. But then now it's made some ice. Worst way to buy shit. Right? I mean, it'd be nice if certain things, when you want them, and then you have the means, they're just available. But sometimes it's only, oh, here is your window of opportunity. It's right here. We're coming at it. We're coming at it. There it goes. And it's gone. Ask me how I really feel about drops. What do you feel about pre-orders then? I mean, pre-orders, 7 months to wait. I mean, here we are. The time has gone and passed, and it is in my hand. But what do you think about pre-orders? Used to be about the chase, not so much anymore, says Trish. The chase is fun, the search is fun, anticipation's fun. The nervousness, though, of then like, okay, I'm a little worried, I really want one. Like, trying to think of one that I was worried I wasn't going to get. Like the Tall Boy. When an original Tall Boy popped, it sold out pretty fast. But I was there. I was there. Were you there? Right at the drop. So it was like if it dropped at noon or whatever the hell time it was, I was pretty much ready with my cart preloaded, prepped, kind of like, okay, so I can just go add to cart, check out. Yes, done. And I was a little nervous about that one. What's up, Neil? Does everybody hit the like button? Trish says, bop adopt that like button on a Saturday morning. And then let's have I have a question. What's everyone think? Should we just stay like this, or should I switch to my computer and horizontally live? I kind of feel like more access to the computer, looking some stuff up today. I mean, everybody's watching, but I could switch over to my PC. Trish just got an alert for intermittent snow. Anybody else do the pre-order? And what do you think about like this? So there's like pre-orders, and I guess Kickstarter would kind of fall under a pre-order, right? I kind of like the way a Kickstarter works too, is because they're going for it. They don't know if it's going to work, but then they put the Kickstarter out, and if enough people, we need to get 100 commitments. You haven't had to pay yet, but you've committed. But then once it's fulfilled that, it's like, oh, now it's a go through, or sometimes they don't. But it goes through, and then you get charged, and then you wait a couple months and get it. What's up, Dale? Snail Trail Dale in the house. Happy Saturday. So I don't know, we got started on pre-orders, drops, releases. But that's the thing, is like it's kind of one of those deals. If you can, I don't know. A drop only sucks if they have a very limited quantity, I guess. Grateful Dong in the house. I can't see anything. Where is that knife? I know I grabbed it. Magnus, let's... Ooh. Okay, got it. Moving stuff around. Morning, Dong. How are we today? Smock. Crock pot. The K is silent. Smart. Grounded myself till Blade Show, but I did get in on the H2O. Well, the H2O was a good one to get in on, and I kind of grounded myself to Blade Show as well, but then here we are. There are just certain ones on the list, you know? There's just certain ones on the list where you're kind of, I keep missing them, and ABW slip joint, you know? Oh, the hook is, there it is. I get it. I wanted one of those. There's a couple of drops, like I said, I missed, and I was just too slow. You know, when you're too slow, you're out, which is unfortunate. So they do a drop, and it's limited. I mean, when there's like a release, I guess that's not really the same as like a drop, like a limited drop, where like Concept's new, the Orlock is now available. And then it tends to be like they make enough that they stay available for a while, but sometimes the good ones do go out of stock. It just depends on how popular it is. Have not bought a knife in a bit. Wait, why is that not? Oh, Jesus Christ. Live chat. Not bought a knife in a bit. ABW Model 1 on the way. Price was right. Brand new American shop is cold. Little meat locker in there. The heat is on. So, it's Saturday. I'm honestly thinking about moving off the phone. No one said anything, though. Nobody seems to care. We could look stuff up better off the phone and on the computer, but then we aren't getting the algorithm of the vertical live. But I don't really care. Traded my ABW warning. Now I want it back. You see, we talk about downsizing, but every time I see people like they sell stuff off that they don't need to sell, they just kind of just sell, and you know, then it's like you get that like 90% of people right now watching have coffee on hand. What's up, Sean? Cheers. What kind of coffee everyone drinking? I have pre-done pods right now for like the generic Keurig machine that I have. These pods are, God, my brain is off. Black Rifle. I have some Black Rifle coffee here, medium roast, through a pod. Move off so you can look at Discord. See, there you go. Trish wins. Trish wins. Just picked up the new Kunwu Excalibur. Love her. Love it. Winter needs to go away. Brand new American. We've got a couple of months left to deal with it. Got a couple months to deal with it. Trish has already had 3 cups. Do not need a 4th. Sometimes a 4th is where you really get going, right? You really get going. Joe K, what is up? Well, okay, let's just keep rolling like this. But we're gonna go like this. Hold on. I need to set up a broadcast. It won't even let me just go live, huh? Give me a second here. We're gonna inception. I'm gonna turn my coffee into another form of caffeine. Oh, look at that. All right. public entertainment. No, it is not made for kids. Create broadcast. Hi. Okay. Almost there. We're doing it. We're doing it. When we got to start looking up some knives. Get ready, folks. About to go on a mission. All right. Damn it. There it is. Camera in the way. Hey, hey. All right, we've done it. Good morning, coffee knife lovers. Copy. Okay. If everyone is interested, I'm going to leave this vertical live up for a little while. But if you look in the chat right now, there is a link to the live stream. And we're going to go ahead and work it. Boom. So I'll leave this up. We'll continue here. Maybe we'll put it at a weird angle for a while. But if you want to see sweet, sweet, hot, horizontal action, oh God, click on that link. Bring yourself into the other live that no one is going to do. Top chat, live chat. Quiet. Okay, yeah, because this is in front of my face. All right, so we're going to move this here for the moment. Am I in the right channel? Well, right now we are currently double live, but nobody is over here. Does anyone see it? Does it work? Looks like it does. Settings. 480. Unacceptable. 1080. All right. Hey, that was cool. Hey, V2. All right. All right. If you look at the link in the, is it not? Oh, I didn't pin it. Why would I? Oh, shoot. Okay, so we're going to pin message. All right, there is a pinned message in this vertical live. If you are one of the 17 people in this vertical live and you would like to change the way you're going, you want to lay down with me? Lay it down. Yeah. All right, Trish, Neil, Chris Kitts, and Miranda Keith all have made it into the horizontal. You're welcome to stay wherever you like. I'll try to keep up with both. Good luck. Top chat, live chat. Switch this to live chat. Okay, Trish sent us something on the Discord. Everybody watch that Burning Stables Forge video yet? I know a lot of you haven't. Quite a few of you have. All the diehards probably have. So probably everyone who's in here right now probably already has. But it is a choice. Grateful Dawn. Clayton's making some sweet stuff. It's another one to put on your list. Get ready, save up, order one. Do it. Do it. Screen grab. Wow. There it is. Okay. Trish sent me a photo of her ABW Slippy. That's the one she's got. All right. Now it's a competition. 13 people in the vertical live. How long do we keep them both going? And 10 in the horizontal. So both very light. Paul, my man. What's up, dude? This is Trish's ABW Slippy, the OG version. I just got one. It looks like I'll get it on Monday. Looks like I'll get it on Monday. What's on phones for sure? Horizontal's definitely better. Than night and day difference. Well, my phone, my computer, I can go like this. Oh. And for those of you over here are like, wait, what the hell is he talking about? Oh. Ooh, look, we could inception this thing. Look at this. Ooh. How weird is that? I should almost just have this. What do we got going on here? 5:30. What is my favorite knife? It's been on the fence. I've been kind of moving around. I'm actually kind of falling back towards this one right here. Wow, can't see shit on that. Perfect lighting. Concept Orlock. Definitely a winner. This knife is super cool. 1931 Leatherworks design. Really, really sweet stuff. I've been kind of in between which ones I like the most. It's hard to have an absolute favorite. There's reasons I like some, there's reasons I like others, and you never know. You never know. It changes up. Visually and all around, the reason I kind of almost put the Orlock above the Numb Knives Cornerstone is the Cornerstone has more of a newer lock system. It's got that pinch lock. So you've got two different detents, two different buttons, a couple more newer spring type working systems. And the Orlock just has a nice inset liner lock. And so like if it were to go down and now it's hard to fix things, get replacements, I mean, you never know. Maybe this would outlast this. You know, you don't know for sure. But a simpler frame lock system might be a little bit better for a situation where you're now not able to clean it or fix it like you'd like to. If we had to just bug out, it was a zombie apocalypse time. But visually, the Cornerstone is just awesome stuff. This knife is sweet. How did the copper go on my thumb stud? How did you see that? Or what are we talking about? Are you here or are you there? Kathleen, how long do we continue this ruse of double up? Well, we have to wait till this one has more than this one. This one goes there, that one goes there. What are we talking about, Dom? Are you talking about the button on my new copper feldspar? Okay. See that little bit of copper right there on the button? Ew. This lighting sucks. But still seems to be 16 of you over here. You look at the button right on the inside edge right there. There's a little bit of like copper colorant. You made hammered copper studs yesterday. Oh, so he's talking to you. Oh, because it does say LGK, Laser Ghost. I am an idiot. Sometimes. Most of the time. Yep. But speaking of copper, look at that. See that? Okay, focus. There's just a little bit of like copper colorant on the button itself. Does that... Huh. You see that? Right there, there's some copper. But where did that come from? Yeah, and I was going to say I'll close it and look at it, but when you close it, the button, the little tic-tac button is in further. So Donnie made copper studs yesterday. Did they turn out good then? I need... You see that? It looks like a reflection, but there's actual copper, but it's only there. It's like, is the button copper? That'd be weird. But it doesn't seem to come off. Or the black doesn't come off. Not mad at it. It's only on that inside section. But what is that? Wow. Jesus Christ. My right middle finger, I kind of broke that part of my hand once. Flicks out lefty really good. Boom. Wow, that's some good lighting right here. Smell it. Smell it. Mama. That's kind of a fun angle. Right? Smell it more. Yeah, it's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. What's up, Jesse? Copper and brass have always smelled funny. What's up, Gons? Gons, if you click the link in the visual or in the chat, it'll bring you to this live right there. You're in this live. There's also that live. See this? You can go with this, or you can go with that. You can get with this. Try a pencil eraser. Ooh, baby. How did you know I had a pencil? This guy. See it? Ooh, that's the best angle right there. And it's disappearing. So what is that? Just Robin's racing or what? I ditched you in the other chat. No, you said smell it in the other chat. B Shady loves his TI. Did you get the titanium version of the feldspar? The titanium version of the feldspar at least has the contour. I just really wanted to shipwreck this, and I couldn't get both, so I got this one. So, problem solved. Problem solved. Neil McKenzie got it with the pencil eraser. It removed. There's still a little bit in there, but I can't get to it. When I take this apart to do the shipwreck, Oh, wow. There is a camera right there. Anybody doubling up here? Who's watching both of them? Party's over here, Big Mark. It's fun. I like the feldspar, so that new feldspar is a pretty good little addition to the lineup, the feldsparian lineup. And this new Remet, have you seen this new Remet yet? Button lock, liner lock, liner lock, button lock. Liner lock. Dude, 35 bucks. Be the turd in the punch bowl. You smell that? Bro, it's crazy. $30 Remet Camel. 35. Sorry. I think it was 37, but it was like 10% off, which brings it to like 33 or something. D2, G10, nice jumps, good feel, nice choke up, solid handle shape, button actuated liner lock, good action on it. There is a detent ball on that liner. It is tight. You can swing it with the button, but it's the detent on here. Solid. Pulls it in pretty strong. I use a pencil eraser on old camera body lens connections. Dude, it worked perfect. Worked perfect. But yeah, this Remet Camel for 35 bucks. Yeah, it's base model. But damn, great little design. I might flipper tab delete. There, it's a little tight. Sometimes you don't get that full close because the detent is stiff, and I've done that a couple of times as a lefty, just putting my hand in that right spot, and you can push on it just a little bit. Generally, isn't quite on that area, but it's something to think about. But I've noticed that as a lefty with button locks, if your hand's in that right spot, you can definitely do that. You say it was called a Camel? Yes. Remet Camel. Nice finish with the rose gold on there. Right? Pretty fun. Pretty fun. I'm loving this too. Oh my god. Wow. The tack knives. Fred the Lug did the customization on this with the ano. Of all the animals, well, they're going through the animal names. Get through the whole kingdom eventually. I just pinched my finger on the rear right there. Went like that. Pinch. Pinchy. This tack knives feels great though. I love this design. Super cool look. And Fred did a good job with that ano, with the two-tone, the purple accents. That teal, blue, green. Magna Cut titanium. Got that rock texture to it. I can never remember the name of this one. Tack knives, though, these will be out, or they're just coming out soon. Really fun design. You guys must have already all seen this. Don't care. And I think it looks great. No? Yes? No comment? Like, where'd you get the Paisley Echo? Echo, 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 echo. She purty? I think it turned out great. Fun little weird pattern. Definitely unique. This is a CJRB Echo. Echo, Echo. Button lock, front flipper, nice little user. This is like a slightly larger pyrite. It's ARRPM 9 on the blade and stainless handle. Everybody went for coffee refills. Apparently, which is fine. There's still more people in the vertical than in the horizontal. Which is interesting. What happens if we reverse inception? The punch over here tastes funny. Huh? Huh? No comment. This Paul's only over there. Not over here. I don't see him over here. Not so much up here, right here, but right here. Right there. I'm going to call my knife the what? Naming knives is a thing. That's a real deal with Bill McNeil. It's not something that you can take too lightly. I mean, I guess you can. There's companies that just call it, oh, this is the K0047. But coming up with names can be tough. How did you end up with the Horlock? But here it is. What should Dom call his knife? It's tough. Every name's already been used. You know, and trying to come up with like a gimmick. Sometimes I feel like it's too gimmicky. Does that make sense? A little too gimmicky. Is this gimmicky? Kinda. Tucson. No offense to Tucson, but yeah, they're like, no. What's this one? This is the TS47. I swear you just said that. No. That one was a 47, sure, but this is the TS. And this one here is the TS32. It's hard to name knives unless you have the name before you design it. Need a thesaurus on hand with this thesaurus. The OCT, the Old College Try, Captain's Bowie, Motley, Tornado, Echo, Cornerstone, Strix. These are a few of my favorite things. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. You can see the cheeks almost. No, you just see over the shoulder. I really don't like the two-stream thing because you can't see all of the chat. I'm sorry. Kathleen, this isn't going to be a normal thing. I started off normal because usually on a Saturday, I just go vertical. But I wanted to look more stuff up, and I was like, let's just switch over to horizontal. And then I was like, how long should I leave the one? You hear that? I fell off. Mad Yako! If you click the link in the chat, you can go to the regular live. This is the behind the scenes live. I don't really, it's not about the views either, Kathleen. And I just got bored and we're just having some fun. I wanted to switch over to this versus that. And then I just haven't turned that off yet. But don't even worry about that. We'll just focus on this one right here. And we'll be good to go. Anybody have any fun ideas for the knives that Dom is making and coming up with some names? What's Mad Yako up to today? On the whole behind the scenes shot. Hola. I do think this might be my kind of favorite daily just user, just all around. She's the winner at the game of life. I'm still, Dom, this only happens to you. I don't know why, Dom. I don't know why this only happens to you. And then someone else had that happen once too. But I certainly still have audio. Try hitting refresh. Cleaning the porch so I can have the laser up and running. What laser did you get? Boom. What laser did you pick up? I'd like to get one, but it's down the list. I have access to the lasers at work. But they are not quite the same. I'm learning these smaller lasers are designed more friendly for what we would do. Lasers down the list. Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, I have access to the ones at work, but it's tough. I can't do all the stuff I want to do. I'm getting back to being able to do some of this stuff. We figured some things out on one of them. But the new lasers these days that you buy, you can literally do this. Right? So this is just a cheap test piece, but I can't do this. Dom, we have sound. I don't know. Does anyone have any ideas why Dom's sound just goes out on him? It sucks because I'm not trying to, I want to make sure everybody can hear. My lasers at work, if I take my image, I have to draw this on like Photoshop. I have to vectorize it. I have to remove all the colors, have it only be a black line, and then it takes forever to figure out how to get this into a line rendering for a laser mark, right? A lot of work because the $200,000 lasers I have access to at work are designed for text. You want to put text on something, you can put text on 20,000 screws for 20 hours a day, every day of the week with the lasers that I have at work. But they don't have the capabilities, the software. They don't have software for designing things because that's not what they're made for. But I mean, they're 8 foot tall, industrial sized. I just disconnected again. Sorry, I kicked off again there. But I mean, we have they're huge lasers. They're designed to do a great job marking text on stuff. my buddy bought a laser, and all he had to do was take a photo of my image, JPEG, uploaded it, here it is, printed it. This is the first attempt printing it on wood and cutting it out. So the laser printed it and cut this out. And it took him less than 2 minutes to do this. And that's with a photo he took on his phone of my sticker. Boom. That is not something that I'm capable of doing on my lasers at work. If I wanted to do that logo on my laser at work, I would spend hours figuring out a way to get that into a good vector that gets on the laser, and then I can also, the bandwidth shouldn't have anything to do with it. One of them is my internet at home, and the other one is my phone, which doesn't have to do with my internet. I have internet provider separate of my phone. I don't know, my computer seems to be not overloading either, which is interesting. So if that's not overloading, I'm running good. Whatever. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is some of these new. You like to watch, Paul? You like watching? Should we move it again? We can change it up periodically. Side view. Inception. My phone isn't connected to my Wi-Fi. No, my phone runs off I have unlimited. And so I could turn it on Wi-Fi. Watching from my closet. I want to laser my name in the spine. That would be an easy one to do. What was the one I found that had that? Magnus Lutz Hole. My Devo Lush. The Devo Lush. 4 out of 5. So they only made 5 of these lefty Devo Lushes in this version. And so lasered inside there, right in the back, boom, 4 out of 5. Backwards, 4 out of 5. Through the slats. Looking through the... It's got one of those closets where it's got the vents on the doors. All right, put some pants on. That is wild sauce. Boom. All right, so what if we do this? Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. There we go. Thank you. What did I do? What did I do, Trish? That you thanked me? I did it. I didn't do it. I want to do it. Be right back. More coffee. I'm getting down there. There's half a cup, but it's definitely poking stuff. What's happening? It's definitely getting a little bit cold, and this is getting a little warm. Yeah, my camera, I still haven't been able to figure it out. It makes 0 sense, because if it's on autofocus, we talked about it. look at when I've got something up here that's clearly up here, notice how it's still focused on the table. It will not focus on my hand, even though my hand is taking up 90% of the image. Now, if I make it take up 100, it'll focus. Now that it's focused there, it'll stay focused up there. Oh, see, now it went back. It likes to stay focused on absolutely nothing. There is nothing in this space. So the camera only can see this, but for some reason it will maintain perfect focus up here. But now notice when this is up here, it will not focus up here. It stays focused down there. I don't know. Haven't had caffeine in over 25 years. Don't miss it. Wow. I haven't had caffeine for 25 seconds. And I miss it. Wow, Neil, you haven't even had chocolate? Fred the Lug's in the house. What's up, Fred? Edgards. You would think they'd have a streaming camera by now for YouTube. Not sure how that works. And the thing is it's like this is a good camera. I mean, it shoots in 4K. It's got a good image. So I don't understand. It's almost like the autofocus software sucks. Cream of wheat, Metamucil, and creatine. There you have it. Can of biscuit. Life's too short for no caffeine. Whatever works for you, though, you know. Sometimes you have too much of something and then you're like, I need a break. I drank way too much Mountain Dew for way too many years, and then I quit drinking it, and I'm happy I did. I mean, yeah, I still shoot the coffee and the Red Bull. Mo Patty, Trish shoots in 4K, but it definitely gives a run. Yeah, I shoot in the 4K, but I then bop it back. What is the max? I think right now my max is letting me have 1080, which is fine. On a live, 1080 is good. I'm not sure what it is on the vertical. 3 people in the vertical. It's starting to give up on the vertical. New York bagel and 2 cups of 16 ounces of coffee. Solid. Chocolate, yes, but not enough caffeine in it to cause blood pressure. Fred's been out groceries all morning, stocking up. Who knows? Every day. Life is different every day. Recognize, can't place the light blue knife next to the copper feldspar. Light blue knife. Light blue knife? You mean this? Not quite next to the feldspar? Poking stuff? This is the tack knives. Fred, what's this one called again? This will be out soon. Fred's going to get another foot of snow tomorrow, huh? This is sweet, though. The tack knives, Fred will let us know in a moment. I can't remember what it is, but it's cool. Oh, got to get off that lock just a little bit for that flick out. Boom. Solid stuff. Let's try another angle. The intruder. Intruder alerts. Intruder alert. Wow. How's that over there? Is that fun? The intruder. This should be coming out pretty soon. Out last year, they had a run. They're going to have another run. Okay, I saw, it looks like, I thought it was March. But they are going to have another run of these. Fred actually did the customization, so this was all just raw titanium. Fred did the two-tone with the teal and the purple accents all the way around. Good job from Fred there. And it's just a fun knife, fun front flipper, cool look and design. It will not be coming in this variant. If you want this variant, you contact Fred the Lug, send it to him, and he'll get her done for you. Looks great though. I'm not always a fan of the rock kind of natural facets, but they're cool. On this knife particularly, I think it looks good. I've seen a few where I'm just not a huge fan of it, but in some cases it really works. I think this one is one of those. It just doesn't pull away from the design. It just kind of adds to it, or just gives it that little accent that looks nice. I love the blade shape, the action on the blade. Flicks out really, really well. Feels good in the hand. What am I doing? Camera 1, camera 2. Pow. Focus. See, now it'll focus poorly over here too. The thing is that I talk about the camera focus, and then I watch other channels that, oh, this guy's got a $900 camera. Same focus issues. So I feel like it's the autofocuses are the problem. The cameras make a good image. It's just the software for autofocuses suck. And the problem is this, sometimes I do want to back up and I want to be in focus here. And sometimes I want to be up here and I want to be in focus. I don't want solid only focal point at an exact point. Like I could do it on the table and have it always be focused on the table. But then when I go up like this, it doesn't change. The only other option would be to literally set the focus for this camera on the table and then get another camera right here and then bring it up to the other camera and have that one set up with a focus way up high. So it's like, and my zoom in camera. But then I'd have a third camera setup. Should we do 4 cameras? Shit, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Fred did a great job. Looks good. Nice and clean. Smooth setup. Burn Stables Forge video is out. What I am curious of, and it's fine, but I started kind of looking at the channel, seeing what people are watching, what I've been doing and stuff. And it's like I post a video, and a lot of my videos might only get 30, 40, 50, 60 views. And I have 10,000 some subscribers, 10,700 subscribers. But most of the subscribers don't watch the videos. If I had 10,000 subscribers and 10% of the subscribers, again, don't take this wrong, this is not a complaint, this is an observation. If 10% of my subscribers watched the video, I would have 1,000 views per video. I do not get that. And so I need to maybe make different content that people would be interested in. Because, you know, if people don't want to watch the videos, it's easy to not make as many videos. Chris is coming today. Dude, it's so nice. You can just sit and hold it, enjoy it, feel it. Let the light shine. Table talk. No one can watch all the videos. I get that. And again, I'm not complaining any well. I just was kind of looking up. Did we lose it again?